The Sony WF-1000XM5 and the Technics AZ80 both have a price tag of $300. So which one should you get? So first, let's talk connection. Whether you're an Android or iOS user, you're going to get good compatibility with both options. Each one has a companion app that you can download that'll give you access to all of their features. They both also have multi-point connection, which means you can connect to more than one device at a time. With the XM5, you can connect to 2 devices at once, and with the AZ80, you can actually connect to 3 devices at the same time. As far as I know, these are the only earbuds that support that many devices at once. And the crazy part is it actually works really well. Initially, I thought switching between that many devices would be slow and glitchy, but surprisingly, it's not. Now, the average person probably doesn't have a need to connect to that many devices at once, but I'm sure there's a small percentage of people that would actually take advantage of that feature. Really quick, let's talk battery life. These are actually putting up very similar numbers. You're going to get around 7 hours on a single charge and a total of 24 with the case on the AZ80, and around 8 hours on a single charge with a total of 24 on the case with the XM5. As always, these numbers are going to vary quite a bit depending on your use of the earbuds. So things like multi-point connection, active noise cancellation, volume level, all of these things will impact your actual runtime. Both options do support wireless charging, so if that's a must-have feature for you, you're going to be covered either way. So when it comes to the fit, the Technics are the larger of the two, but with their layout and just overall design, it actually doesn't make much of a difference as far as how they fit in the ear. And I wouldn't really say that one feels more secure or more comfortable compared to the other. So as far as everyday casual use, for me, either one of these is perfectly fine. Now keep in mind, I do have abnormally small ears, so that definitely says a lot about how these two fit. Also, you do have the option of wearing detection with both of these, so if you remove one of the earbuds, your music will automatically pause. Now, if you plan on wearing these for exercise or hitting the gym, they both have an IPX4 rating, which means they're safe from sweat and light splashes of water. Now, moving things over to sound, this is one of those topics that's always so hard to judge because it's so subjective. You have the fact that everybody's ears are literally different. You have personal music taste, style, all of those things come into play when you're talking about sound. What I've noticed with the Technics is that there seems to be more extension when it comes to those deeper, low-end sub-bass frequencies. The XM5 has excellent bass response as well. To me, they stand out more so when it comes to those punchy mid-bass frequencies. I also feel like the AZ80 has a wider soundstage and just a more open sound in general. The treble is nicely balanced. It's never to the point where it's too harsh or too sharp. As far as the treble on the XM5, I feel like it's more upfront. I feel like vocals come off a little bit more pronounced, and it's just a very rich, detailed type of sound. Which one is better? Depends on who you ask, but for me and the type of sound that I like, along with the type of music that I typically listen to, I would probably go with the XM5 in most cases. And that's no knock against the Technics AZ80 because they literally sound great. And it is worth mentioning that both of these do support high-res audio with the LDAC codec. Really quick, let's take a second to talk about today's sponsor, which is myself. That's right, I'm sponsoring my own video. Most of you probably aren't aware that I recently launched a course to help anyone that's interested in starting a product review channel on YouTube, much like the one you're watching right now. I'm not claiming to be MKBHD by any stretch of the imagination, but I do feel like I can help someone either starting from scratch or just getting started. Even though I'm not the biggest creator, content creation does make up the majority of my personal income, and I feel like I can help others get to that point as well. In the course, I walk you through my setup, show you how I make my videos, I walk you through my planning process, recording process, I show you the gear that I use and how to actually use that gear to get the best quality. I talk about contracts and how I navigate sponsorships. Basically everything that I've learned up until this point, I've put into the course in a very streamlined, easy to digest format. So check out the link in the description if you're interested, and thanks to me for sponsoring today's video. So when it comes to noise cancellation, both of these are excellent. You're getting some of the best ANC that you can get in a set of earbuds. If I had to pick one, I would give a slight edge to the XM5. I feel like they're more effective when it comes to higher frequency sounds specifically. And more than likely, that's due to the foam ear tips giving you that extra bit of passive noise cancellation. Now, as far as transparency mode, it's actually a different story. I prefer the Technics. To me, they sound a little cleaner, and I think they just pass through your surroundings better than the XM5. What I also prefer about the Technics is the automatic wind reduction that you get when using the transparency mode. I was actually on a walk earlier today, putting the earbuds through their paces, and today just happened to be a pretty windy day. And with the Technics, anytime a strong gust of wind would occur, the earbuds would automatically block it out. And as soon as the wind was done, they would go back to their full transparency mode. With the XM5, you don't get that. They do have adaptive sound control, which will adjust your ambient sound based on your level of activity or based on the amount of noise taking place around you. But as far as wind noise, it doesn't really work the same. So both of these earbuds have touch controls that allow you to control everything. Now, in one of my previous videos about the XM5, I talked about how they require you to tap the earbuds 4 times to adjust the volume, which in my opinion isn't really the best setup. Because like I said before, if you want to adjust the volume by 3 notches, that's a total of 12 taps. Now, a few of you guys did leave some pointers in regards to the XM5 touch controls, but so far, I haven't been able to get this method to work. With the Technics, you can customize the controls any way you want. So with volume controls, I have them set to a single tap on both earbuds. So if I want to go up or down by 3 notches, it's just 3 simple taps. Now, moving things over to call quality, I do feel like the XM5 have improved their microphone performance compared to the XM4. I also really like the microphone performance on the Technics, and they even have a feature inside their app that will actually record your voice and play it back to you so that you can hear firsthand how well the microphones are picking up your voice. In addition to that, there's even a setting that you can use to try and eliminate background noise from the caller's end whenever you're on a call. All right, so as usual, we have the outdoor microphone test. Right now, you're listening to the Sony WF-1000XM5, and next we'll see how they compare to the Technics AZ80. And now we have the Technics AZ80. Now, in my original review of these earbuds, I was actually really impressed with the microphones. So we'll see exactly how they stack up to the brand new XM5. So I know you guys want me to tell you which one is better and which one you should ultimately get. But as you can see, they both perform better in different areas. So it really depends on what you as the consumer are looking for in the first place. The only thing I can do is detail my experience and hopefully help you make the decision for yourself. So that's my video on the Sony WF-1000XM5 compared to the Technics AZ80. Both excellent options. I will have the links to both down in the description if you're interested. And aside from that, appreciate you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video.